Hello, this is Lada from Astrolada.com, and I'm here today with Krasi astrologer using ancient Babylonian astrology, ancient not only astrology but all like the ancient knowledge of the healers, of the magicians of the past. And today we're going to talk about the evil eye. You've probably heard that someone can envy you and you all of a sudden get sick, or you lose whatever the person envies you, or someone might, you know, you might look better than normal one day, or you might have better looking kids or something like that, and someone can look at you. And we have and people from the past used to try and protect themselves. Some people have a very powerful negative thought, even if they on purpose are not making black magic on you. They'll just look at you and envy what you have, envy where you are, and this sends you powerful negative energy. And Krasi wants to talk to us about protection from the evil eye today.
Yes, hi Wada, hi everyone. Yes, this is very interesting subject, and I have experience because of what I experienced myself, exactly with evil eye, black magic, and everyone knows about this in every culture, but especially more known is this to the Middle Eastern cultures, African cultures, Balkanic, on the Balkans cultures. Not so much. This is not so known to the Western culture. However, if we do not go that far, like talking about black magic, still everything is energy, and even the simple envy or bad eyes of other person, or envy that you can experience at work or anywhere in your routine everyday life, can harm your energetic field, and you feel that that you're not lucky, or you can feel that you're drained, that you have no energy. So of course this we all experience at different moments in our lives. So yes, this is, and of course all this because we can't avoid what, but we have to look at astrology, because this is something that is in our chart, and we can see in the chart how prone, how open is one towards such influences. Of course this can be seen, even if we don't do a horary chart to check still the
Can you
uh,
tell us astrologically what do you look for in the chart to see someone is more prone in their birth chart to being invaded by predatory energies, negative energies? Because some people, they have such a strong aura protection around them, no evil eye can touch them. But others are so sensitive and open. How do you see that? Just a few positions.
there are many positions that you can look at, but take for example the divine protection. We all have the so-called Alkokoden, the angel who is our guardian angel, who is the one that is protecting us, the one that takes care of how we receive our lessons. Of course this is very very important, but of course when we say this is a bit funny, but in Bulgarian we say you have Saturn, you have magic. No Saturn, no magic, because when you have very heavy Saturn in detriment, Saturn in the chart, fallen Saturn, badly placed Saturn, or Saturn who is afflicting your ascendant or your luminary like moon and sun, you can see that the person is a bit prone and open towards, it's like his protection, the protection field around him is a little, it's a bit weak. And
Because
one very interesting,
Saturn is the one that builds walls around us.
yes, he has the rings, right? He has the rings.
Yes, so he's the one that actually protects us sometimes from invasion, from invasive influences.
Very much. And when Saturn is well placed, uh, powerfully placed in the chart, you can think of protection. This is not enough. You can see the lunar nodes, like take Ketu with
Mhm.
the moon. People can be open to such invasive influences like Ketu with the moon. And
They're
this
like
is not,
sponges, they're emotional sponges.
I
Yeah.
think so. I think so. So these people can work on enhancing their moon. True. Depends, of course, in which house, in which zodiacal sign this is happening, but you can enhance your moon. True. Like really connecting in literally with the moon, like observing the moon, or on Monday connecting with the moon in particular, or the intake of lunar herbs. Like my favorite herb, which I'm growing in my garden, is the lemon balm, for example. The most wonderful, it smells like lemon, enhance your, moon. And when you're awake, like when you know that you're open to elementals, like to invade you, or to energies of the others, which can be negative to invade, you will surround yourself with a protective shield, uh, in meditation or spiritually. And this is one of the remedies that I see, for example. But yes, the luminary with lunar node, it's already a sign that the person should be a little bit careful, because the person may be a bit prone to.
President Trump has the sun with Rahu, the moon with Keto. Do you think he's being controlled by black magic or by
Very,
Rahu
I don't
influence, by
exclude. I
astro
don't exclude this.
influences?
I don't
Yeah.
exclude this. Absolutely not. But look, the when you say Donald Trump, very nice example. Look at the overall state of luck that he has. Aldebaran on midheaven. Um, Mars on the ascendant is already a point of attention. He has Mars in Regulus. I don't know if you.
Regulus ascendant as well. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But he's quite lucky, and even if he's having some influences, the luck and the divine protection on in a way is on his side to take him out of situations. So you also need to observe the overall luck of the
I
state of luck.
know, 'cause he's had so many attacks from everywhere, and he keeps getting overcoming those things.
Yes, look at this. Indeed, he had, imagine in 217, he had all these eclipses on his ascendant, on his Mars, on his ascendant. And he was,
And keeps winning. I mean, not that I'm supporting him or anything, but yes, he had Saturn conjunct his moon
yeah,
opposite the sun, and he gets elected.
yeah,
It's, I think like the fixed stars are so powerful that
very,
they overpower. If you have powerful fixed stars which are positive on angles, ascendant, sun, moon, and
absolutely.
he has his Aldebaran, Regulus, and Antares. Antares is
Everything.
his moon.
Yes,
It's like
yes,
he has the most powerful force royal stars on the angles in his horoscope.
yes,
And no matter all the difficult transits he gets, there is
exactly.
someone or something from above said, okay, he's protected here for better or worse. We're giving him more luck. Whatever it is, he has some mission to do. And I'm not saying whether it's positive or negative. I don't
No,
know.
no, just
No.
a mission.
Wow, but yeah. And those of us who don't have those powerful stars,
Well, we can help ourselves with, but you see, interestingly, when you said this, look, you have the stars. We have the seven, the celestial spheres, and the stars are above all.
so they have
Then
more
of course,
power than the
yeah,
planets.
the higher the higher the planets and the stars, the more the higher the hierarchy, the higher the power.
Mm.
So when you think, what, yes, with these powerful stars, he is always on a safe side. Look what's happening. He's always, yeah.
Wow.
So yes, we need to observe this particular thing like luck, which comes from the fixed stars, and
What
this
about
will,
12th house? 12th house, 8th house, those
yeah,
hidden houses. Does it mean you're more susceptible to psychic influences when you have planets there that are in difficult state?
absolutely. I believe so. Imagine ascendant ruler in the eighth or in the 12th. Of course, this is will enhance your state of melancholy, depression. You're prone. You're an easy target. That is why we need to work on our own state of, yeah, powerful inner state, not to allow any energies and influences to touch us, to reach us. And this is happening exactly, you said it very correctly. When they're in 8 and 12, people are prone to, they're open to a bit more to the dark state of mind. Therefore they have to work on this, observing the planets which are weak, everything, just observing the sky, observational astrology. Or if then even they are not astrologers, observe the sky, connect with the planets, ask for them um, to confirm that they were there for you. Like when I make talismans, when I finalize the ritual, I say, please now give me a sign that you were here.
The
And when
spirit
you ask,
planet.
yeah, and you receive amazing signs that the spirit was here. Every time I receive it, and every person would receive it, not me only. Everyone who believes,
Wow. Mhm.
I am sure.
How else can we strengthen ourselves? You told me, Krasi, every time I call and she says, "Do you do the diamond protection? Tell us about the diamond protection."
Yes, this is the most wonderful thing that you need. But I think this exists in many cultures, not only in our Bulgarian culture. Though this is what I know from our own culture. And that's, but it exists in many cultures because when I say this to clients, they say, "Oh, I know. In India we do this." So people know that they need to build imaginary diamond wall and protection around themselves, not to allow any dark influences to reach them. And then really imagine it, like in the morning you need protective shield, surround your family, surround your house with protective diamond. You know that the diamond is the hardest substance that evil cannot go through. So if you know harder substance, take harder, take it. But I don't know any. So do this also before you go to sleep, because when we go to sleep, we're open to any invasive energies. Everything is energy. We are energy. That's what said it. If you want to understand universe, think of what was this energy. What were the other two? I forgot. Energy,
Yeah,
frequency,
everything
and
is
vibration. Energy, frequency, and vibration. When you know these three, you know that we also through energetic means should protect ourselves. Talking about black magic, for example, oftentimes people would come to me and say, do I have black magic? Usually they're right to ask, because then their intuition is telling them I have black magic, or evil eye of my colleague is causing me to be energetically drained, or my luck to be tight. So there is a way to check through um, horary chart, and you see immediately whether the person has or not black magic.
so the moment that the person says, "I think I have a black magic," what do you think? You erect a chart for that moment for
Yes,
where you are. Yes.
my location of the astrologer.
Because I was speaking before that with Kras, because I was telling her I've not been feeling well since the start of the year. There was an eclipse on my opposite my ascendant, and said I've been sick a lot. I'm falling in a bit more darker states, and two people wrote to me and said there's black magic someone is doing to you, and I started freaking out. And Kras said, "Okay, let me check," and she checked and said, "No, you don't have black magic, but you're weakened. Your protections, your but no one has." Like sat there and made a doll, to for you, or but she said but she immediately saw from this horary chart that I'm just weak on my energy, and I was like, "Whew, thanks God." You know?
Yeah.
But you think that usually when I had a friend who had the black magic down to her, she started waking up and she said she couldn't breathe, someone is holding her here, and she said,
Typical, typical.
yeah, like breathing. She can't breathe. The whole doctor. She goes to the doctors. They say there's nothing wrong with you, but she develops those allergies. She could eat only two or three things, and she passed by. She was visiting her father, who was Turkish, and a friend of his was there, who was a Hoja. Hojas are people that
Imam, yeah, imam.
Mom, yeah, who they're psychic, and he looked at her and said, "You have the most powerful death black magic done to you. I don't know how you are alive at all. You're just you because you're a very positive person. You're being, because she prays a lot. She's a kind person. She does good." And he told her who did it to her. He said it was a woman. He described the woman. That was her boyfriend's ex girlfriend. And he said it's a black magic that is done in Asia, is extremely powerful. And when they started reading all the emails from her, she said she actually was saying that she does those things, and she was saying that if you go with her, you'll regret. I'll make you a magic. She was threatening the boyfriend, and it nearly killed my friend. So these things exist. I can't believe people do those things. They actually, it goes back on them, and their life is horrendous, whoever does those things. And people also have the evil eye. It means like they're full of hatred or very negative, very feel sorry for themselves, and every time they look at someone who has something more than them, they send that kind of hatred towards them or kind of jealousy, and it weakens the energy of the other person. And as Krasi said, prayers, protective walls, uh, protective diamond walls, connecting to the planet Saturn and asking for strengthening. What else can you tell us?
Well, yes, there is something that I discovered very recently and I love it. We all have guardian angel, but we don't know to address him and ask for favors. And this is a key thing. You can't, it is so simple, but this is a key that I'm giving you, because to me, it when I discovered this, it was a key given to me. It's like address your guardian angel and ask him to clean you, to protect you, to save you. This is very important. Also, to maintain very high vibrational lifestyle. This is a big responsibility. Stay away from lie, deviation from the truth, because this is Saturn, and Saturn is related to the black magic. Pluto as well, but very similar rule applies to both. So high moral values, very
Mhm.
very important. Um, to keep your vibrational level very high. Don't
It's almost
harm
like if you're an
others.
honest, good person, you kind of protect it already with your
Ah,
morality by uh,
absolutely.
following the divine rules of non-harming and all non-lying and
Never revenge.
never.
Never, because you will be tempted. You say, "Yeah, I know who he is. I will make the same. I go to the imam or I go to whoever. I know a guru who will help me." Never revenge. Then you get all the bad karma that your children will suffer from after. Because the one who made black magic on you, not only that he will suffer, but his children will. Because this is something. It's not a joke. This is energy, and it doesn't just go somewhere. It has to take another form, another shape. It's something. It is like that.
Well, it's true because the person that we found out someone who was doing black magic, and we send a private detective to look at this person. Their life was horrendous. It turned out they had in sex abuse, generational sex abuse. The whole family story was horrible. The uncles, the fathers, the brothers, they were all, and this woman was doing the black magic. But
Mm,
and she had mental issues, health problems, should not go out from home, she couldn't expose herself to sun. It was so many things that she had on her, and she kept on doing black magic. But you become, it's literally like those movies they say where the witch is making herself look beautiful, but underneath she's this
no.
like Dorian Gray type of portrait.
What is something very, yeah, sorry, he said, but I'll tell you something very interesting.
But I think it's also very similar to people who are not purposefully doing black magic, but they look at someone and they feel so jealous and they kind of start hating them and sending and thinking negative about them. You're turning
No,
this energy on you guys if you're doing that.
exactly.
It's for you to learn not to do it. Yes, it might harm the other person when he's in weakness, when if he's not in moral purity, it can harm them, even without you wanting that. But this thing turns to you. Many times your thoughts of envy, of negativity, of wishing someone something bad to happen because they hurt you. Maybe they hurt you. Maybe they stole your girlfriend. Maybe they, stole your job, your position. And if you start wishing on them bad stuff, even without doing anything, this if this person is protected, this will rebounds back from them there or
Very,
comes back to you, this negative thought, and it becomes like self eating it, like whatever you're wishing on others, it's coming on you.
very true. And I will support what you just said with something very interesting. You can see some very um, difficult charts of people, really unfortunate charts when people suffer a lot. And sometimes you will notice in degrees which are supposed to be very pure. Take, for example, the water which the Aquarius is pouring, and there you can have malefic planet. And this is a sign that the person is suffering now a lot because he performed black magic in his previous lifetime.
Oh, so the
Um,
sacred degrees in astrology,
yeah,
if they
no
are
joke.
if they're afflicted, it means you tarnish the purity and you kind of violated spiritual laws in some way, very powerfully,
Exactly.
in a purposeful way. Mhm.
Exactly. So you can see this is not a joke. It goes beyond our imagination that far. this is something that the way it in the other way around. When we're good, when we're empathic, when we help people, when we are moral, when then our next life will be beautiful. So this is exactly how the karma laws operate.
Mhm. Yeah,
Uh,
so the best thing you can do for yourself, guys, to protect yourself from the evil eye is connect with the high power and be as moral and as good and unrevengeful. Try to purge yourself of negative thoughts and wishing others negative things as well. It's kind action and thought. But also there is something that, are there any other ways as well? More
yes, yes,
practical, like
yeah,
practical?
practical and very ancient. This exists since I don't know, yeah, Mesopotamia, Babylon. Of course, is to create different amulets because the amulet is so called has the protective function. In Babylon, they used to make very powerful, for example, amulets to protect your home. I make some such amulets when people request it, but because this is not a must thing. When you think that your home is afflicted, you can make protective amulet for your home. And personal amulets, which is the most typical ancient thing, is of course the star, which is representing the Medusa Gorgon head. You know, the
That's like
scary
the whole
head.
malefic star.
Malefic or not, it can be very malefic because Wada, the star, has um, 3 days visibility and then becomes dim, becomes invisible, eclipsed by the other star. There are two.
Hmm.
And the other star is eclipsing the first star. This is very malefic. This can be used. Luckily, people cannot really easily discover when this is happening. This can be used really to make very bad things. But when the star has specific light, specific color of the light, when the moon is conjoined the star, when many factors need to exist in the chart, that this on this day the ancients, and I also do Gorgon amulet, which is protective. Then you have to use a diamond, the face of the Gorgon, of course, to scare, to make the evil run away. You know, to
Well, what
chase
the
away.
Gorgona did Medusa is every time someone looked at her, she'll turn them into stone. So if someone is sending in the bad eye, this Gorgona Medusa amulet basically will turn them into stone. So you become like a mirror, reflective. It seems like this the amulet
Very
of Gorgona reflects the negative, and the stone is diamond that's connected to
stone
algol.
has to be diamond and specific herb you use and all this. But very interesting. What I want to add to this mythological story is that later on, Athena Pallas, which is Venus, used the head as protective shield.
Ah, yes, Athena Palace is showed with the shield that with the head.
Ah, yes,
Oh, okay. So it is a protective star when used correct.
yes. When consecrated correctly, on the right moment with the right herb, it is amazingly protective. And then black magic who have or bad eyes or any envious influences will have difficulties to reach you, of course.
So what if you have uh that star Algol on your midheaven, like you do on me on my I see, which is family? Does it mean it can protect you in those areas, like for your career, and for me, my family, it can protect? And
It protects you. It protects you depending on which day of the visibility it is. Shouldn't be dim, shouldn't be invisible. This is one. If on midheaven, you will make others feel endangered by what you do. They will be easily.
Krasi. I think you're a witch.
I am a witch, but I'm wearing Gorgon amulet to protect myself, and it works well on me because I have it on midheaven. But in general, Gorgon on midheaven can be very protective, but also as a side effect, people will be envious in what you do. They will say, "Oh, she will take my job," or she will, a bit like this.
Because a lot
But
of it's a malefic star after all, so it can bring a lot of envy and all those kind of stuff.
nothing is only malefic. Also, Aldebaran can make people very self-centric, egoistic. Also,
Outlet.
Aldebaran.
Ah, you mean
No, but I mean, every star can have this bit side. Like
uh-huh.
no, Regulus cannot. Regulus is always sweet. But take Aldebaran. People can be rich, can be. famous, lucky, but they can become arrogant. So this is also the side effect. Okay, again, Donald Trump.
Yeah, yes, Aldebaran, yeah.
He is arrogant enormously, and this is Aldebaran. He is wealthy because of Aldebaran. He is lucky because of Aldebaran, but then he's selfish, self-centered, and yeah, with a go protective. It gives money, but it can create so that people become easily jealous on what you do, and
Mhm.
therefore it is good to have a shield of our go. Indeed,
Wow,
it's a
because my algo is on the exactly on the fourth house cusp. Maybe I'll attract jealousy through my family, and maybe I should protect them. Show. Do you know? Can you have an amulet? Can you show us? What does it look like? This is a talisman, so it attracts good things to you. So amulet shields you from negative things. Do you have
I
something?
don't know if I can. I wear it, but you can't see it well. But I can share my screen. I don't know if I can. What? How can I share my screen?
There is a green little
Ah, I have
screen.
it. I have it. I have it. 1 second. I will show you on my. Um, I will show you example of, for example, and I will describe the meaning of it so that you know exactly. It is a bit. It's a beautiful actually thing. Okay. All right. Excuse me for this delay. I'm a bit clumsy. Okay, now I'm sharing my screen. Come on, share my screen. Oops, sorry. What?
And when will there be such a powerful moment to consecrate amulet
Hmm.
or Medusa?
I found a wonderful moment on application window. Oh, okay. Now I can share it. In the beginning, look. This is typically this is a replica. Do you see it, Wada?
Yes, yes, yes.
Now, this is a replica coin because when it is original, it becomes expensive. But this is a replica coin which serves wonderfully. And this is the head, the scary head. It is surrounded by a snake which is biting its tail for
Ouroboros.
protection, Ouroboros protective shield. And this is here the small diamond which is supposed to be here because diamond is the gemstone of Algo, and it has to exist on this talisman.
It's crazy because Algol is also Saturn ruled star, isn't it? Saturn and Jupiter. And Saturn and Saturn rules protective wall, and the diamond is the strongest protection. So it all fits together.
Yes, yes, it has to be diamond, and this is it. But it's not enough to have the talisman; it has to be consecrated. Because when I consecrate it, I am inviting the spirit of Algo, and my son is saying, "No, I will not be home when you're inviting the spirit."
Well, yeah, it's terrible when you're playing with those energies.
Oh, wonderful! When I invite spirits later, when I'm closing the ritual space, I ask for some sort of confirmation,
But
and I
listen, Tracy, you're Christian. I know that you love Jesus and you follow the teachings. And so, how do you mix both?
I am not religious. What I'm spiritual. Religious is man-made, and
Yeah.
I'm a bit. I'm. I wouldn't enter church to connect with God. It's not needed. You can just go in the forest and speak to God or anywhere. You don't need the church to. I think so. Yes, I am spiritual, and this is not in conflict because the universe is perfect, and there is no conflict between the seven celestial spheres, the fixed stars. Everything works in beautiful
Mhm.
harmony.
It's all created by.
Yes, yes. And it's not dangerous because then you make protective shield around yourself when you invite the spirit of Algo, and you ask not to harm people, but you ask to protect people. So it's
Mhm.
a very big difference. If I ask Algo to harm people, well, I have no idea. Maybe I will suffer a lot. But since I'm asking for protection, um, to protect myself, to my family, and the people who purchase my order from me, my talismans, then it's for good. Then shouldn't be harmful.
And this talisman, it's only like on the neck or on finger. You can wear it on finger
I
or.
am. This is from previous. I don't know if you can't see it. Maybe let me stop. Did I stop? Yeah, I
Yeah.
stopped share. This is, for example, my Go ring. which is again the Medusa with the small diamond. It's made of silver. And I also wear it for protective. This from previous consecration which I made. So it
Mm,
is. You can make it. You can have it in different shapes. But it is. It was. It is. This is very ancient thing. It was. This is a replica of thing which is found in ancient Byzantium, like more than 2,000 years ago. So the world didn't change. So it hasn't changed so much. It's. We follow the same rituals. We suffer from the same evil eyes and influences, and we find different ways to protect ourselves, to fight this.
mhm. Wow, thank you, Krasi. Well, would you kind of, as a last message, tell to people? And if you want to, guys, if you want to contact Krasi, there is a link below for her profile. And Krasi creates not only talismans but amulets. Amulets are to protect, talismans are to attract something good to you.
Exactly.
And she does readings. She can tell you what is your weakest part in the horoscope. We were talking before that, and she said your Mars is very weak. It's invisible. So she told me the foods to eat, the colors to wear to strengthen it, because I can't stand up for myself. Like with a weak Mars like mine, I'm someone that does not fight off or say what I want and does not, So she said, like, you have to strengthen this planet. And she told me this, and what stones to wear, what foods to eat, which day to do it on, which I'm going to try and do now to strengthen that Mars.
It is helpful. And observe the sky, connect with the planets. Always good. Because the planets, they are living spirits, and they know when we connect, they will respond to our needs.
They have consciousness, yeah. Actually,
Ab-
much more consciousness than ours.
Absolutely. Higher hierarchy. We can't even
Imagine,
compare.
yeah. So if you have a weak planet, you connect with that planet that you have weak in your horoscope, and you start talking to it. Or
Yes, ask for protection. Give, like I think we spoke in another interview that we made before on talismans, and then we were speaking about the days of the week. Like take Monday, moon, Monday, the moon. Respect the moon. Tuesday, Mars. Wednesday, Mercury. Thursday, Jupiter. Friday, Venus. Saturday, Saturn day, and then Sunday, Sun. Sunday. It's easy even to remember. So
talk.
give yeah,
Well,
this
it's
is
so
important
funny
to
because
know.
last year when Mars was retrograde, it was so bright in the sky. It was like this red angry star in the sky. And me and my husband would see it every night, and we had a lot of stressful things that summer, like illnesses. We gotten bitten, all Mars things, like fights
Oh,
with
tell
family,
me about it.
bitten illnesses. And my husband would look at Mars and say, "You Mars, stop being there." And I said, "No, we have to start talking
No,
nicely." And he'd go like, oh Mars, hi Mars."
yes,
You're so sweet, this grown ass man
like,
talking nice to Mars. Mars, I like you. You're fine. Thank
yes.
you so much for whatever you're doing. Help us use your energy in the best way. And then the problem started subsiding from the day he started talking like that to Mars. Because before that, every night it was like,
Mars was visible. Yes, he was. My God, I remember. I was beaten and had near death experience from this Mars.
you know.
Everyone, accidents. People, was the craziest summer that I will never forget. People would tell their stories, and this was overwhelming.
I know, Marcos. But thank you so much, Krasi. So,
Pleasure,
guys,
pleasure.
protection from the evil eye, from jealousy of others. First of all, moral purity. Be as kind as good. It will reflect from you. Make your prayers, make your surroundings a protection. And then amulets can help, especially if you're feeling weaker, and if you're, if you want extra protection and energetic help with that. So, thank you so much, Krasi.
Pleasure,
Uh,
pleasure. Alan.
Looking forward to seeing you again with interesting, witchy, spiritual information.
Yes, my passion, the witchy passion.
Well, it's funny you have a goal on your.
Oh, see, I was never connecting or go to my witchy passion. It's very funny.
Well, goal is that, and as you said, the goal scares people. So you kind of people are scared from what you do.
No, I'm white. I do only for protection, only for good. Oh, and I wouldn't bear bad karma for harming anyone.
No, yes, that's what we all should do. So thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You too.
Bye bye.
You want to. Bye bye.